Central Message, RL2 this week. Today I am recounting stories, including fables, folk tales, and myths from diverse cultures, so that I can determine the central message, lesson, or moral. This is important because it can help teach me a lesson in order to conduct myself the right way. I know I have it when I can explain how the lesson is conveyed through key details in the text. So this week we are focusing on central message. It says, determining the central message, our learning target. Use the key details and events of a story to figure out the central message or lesson that the author wants to share with readers. Many stories have a central message or lesson the author wants to share. The story teaches the lesson through the characters, the events that happen, and what the character learns. As you read, looking for the key details will help you to find the central message or understand what you read. Alright, so we're going to look at the cartoon and think about a lesson the boy learns by the end. So the first picture I noticed, he's on a bike and he says, "Don't let go of me." And mom is holding on, it looks like the back of his seat. Then we notice in the second picture that mom takes her hand off the seat of the bike and he's riding. And then in the third picture, we see that he says, "I can do it."
All right, guys, so let's think. The events in the cartoon tell about a problem the boy has and what he does. We need to complete the chart by adding the key details, and we're going to use these key details to figure out the central message of the cartoon, okay? So let's look at the first picture. It says, "Don't let go of me." So what are some key details that we can get from the first picture? All right, and so looking at the first picture, the boy is worried about riding his bicycle without help. So he does not want his mom to let him go, right? Hence, "Don't let go of me." All right, now let's focus on this second picture right here. Let's look at the second picture. It appears that the mom is now, or the woman, because I don't know if this is his mom, she lifts her hands off, so the boy is now riding by himself, okay? And if you look at his face, he looks really worried, right? All right, let's move to the third picture. In the third picture, the boy is saying, "I can do it." All right, so the boy now realized that he can ride the bike without help. So now we're going to try to think about these details so that we can figure out the central message. So the first detail, the boy is worried about riding his bicycle without help. Then the woman lifts her hands off, so the boy is riding by himself. And then the boy realizes that he can ride the bike without help. So remember, guys, the central message is the lesson that you learn from a story, what the author is trying to teach you. So now, what is the central message of this cartoon? What did you learn from watching this cartoon? All right, and so the central message for this cartoon is that you can do more than you think you can. At the beginning of the first picture in the cartoon, he's saying, "Don't let me go," right? Because he probably didn't think that he could ride the bike by himself. Then in the second picture, we see that the mom let him go so that he can ride by himself. And then at the last picture in the cartoon, he realized that he can actually do it, guys. So the central message, what the author is trying to teach you from this cartoon, is that you can do more than you think you can. All right, good job.
Now let's read the passage, "The Girl and the Apples." Paragraph 1. One fall afternoon, a girl went to a farm to pick apples. She was in a hurry, so she picked carelessly, both ripe apples and unripe ones. When she finished, her wagon was filled with a small mountain of apples. The girl asked the farmer, "Quick, tell me how long you think it will take me to get back home." The farmer thought carefully. Then he said, "Be patient. If you go slowly, you will get back soon. If you go fast, you will not get back until night. It's your choice." The girl thought, "How can that be? How can it take so long if I go fast?" The girl wanted to get back home as soon as possible, so she rushed her horse and wagon onto the road. She made her horse walk very fast, and suddenly, bump, off fell some apples. Every time she hit a bump, more apples rolled off her wagon. Then she had to stop and put them back on the wagon. Because of all the delays, it was night before she got home. So now let's complete this graphic organizer, okay? It says complete the chart by writing some key details about the characters, what the characters say and do. Then write the central message or lesson. Remember, the central message is the lesson that the author wants us to learn. The character learns a lesson, and so does we. We learn the lesson, so do we. So let's look at it. Let's think of some key details about the girl, okay? For starters, we learn from the passage, the girl picks both ripe and unripe apples because she's in a hurry. So she was not taking her time. She was picking the good apples and the bad apples. Let's think, what other key details did we learn about the girl from the passage? Another thing we learned, she wonders how long it would take her to get home. So what did the farmer tell her? What are some key details from the farmer? The farmer told the girl to be patient. He also tells the girl that if she goes slowly, she will be home soon. But he said if she goes fast, she will not get home until night. So here are my key details for the girl. Here are my key details from the farmer. Now we're going to look at both of these details to determine what was the lesson learned. What was the lesson the main character, who is the girl, based on the title, The Girl and the Apples, what lesson did she learn as the main character? So readers, some of you could have said the girl, she learned to never rush, take your time, be patient, and one of them we could have learned was hurrying could be a waste of time. So as we continue out throughout this week on learning about central message, remember, central message is the lesson the author wants you to learn, and the character also learns this lesson, okay? Bye, guys.